Yo, you guys, welcome back to another video. This is Michigan Sports Talk here, and in this one we got another Michigan football video and a huge recruit for Michigan Wolverines. Obviously, you guys all know Will Johnson, the 5-star cornerback in the 2022 recruiting class for Michigan, did obviously commit to the Wolverines, and now Michigan has to keep him, though. Obviously, Will Johnson actually visited USC, and USC is definitely trying hard to flip the cornerback from Michigan. Obviously, he did go to high school in the state of Michigan. It is a Michigan native, so it would be huge to pick him up, as well as he is a recruit in the state of Michigan and a 5-star cornerback, the 12th best player in the country in this class. So Michigan trying to hold on, USC trying to snag him. Gonna be getting into everything and what to expect. Is Michigan safe to get him? Are they not? We're gonna be getting into everything, so stay tuned. And if you guys are new around here, I greatly appreciate it if you could go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Greatly appreciate it, and let's get right into today's video. Alright, so Will Johnson is the top-ranked player in the state of Michigan in the 2022 recruiting class, and the 12th-ranked player overall according to 247 Sports composite rankings. And also, he's ranked 4th among cornerbacks in the 2022 recruiting class, and he is 6'3", and he is literally just an elite player and an elite cornerback that we could definitely use on our team. Visit to USC, and especially. Now, Dante Williams does the recruiting for USC, and Williams was actually recently at a camp in Michigan to spend time with Will Johnson, so the USC Trojans aren't going anywhere, and so that is, obviously not a good sign for Michigan, but there are some positive signs for Michigan to keep an eye on. Now, Will Johnson actually came back after he visited in Los Angeles, and after he visited USC, he came back to Ann Arbor in order to be on campus to see the visit of Myles Pollard. Now, Myles Pollard is a 3-star cornerback in the 2022 class and a top target for Michigan, and he's actually a 4-star recruit according to Rivals, and he is 6'2". Now, according to EJ Holland on Twitter, he said that 4-star cornerback Myles Pollard was hanging out with Will Johnson. They're both hanging out with each other on his visit, and now Myles Pollard said let me rephrase this. Myles Pollard said, quote, "We would be the best duo in the country," and so that speaks, a lot right there. Now, obviously, that is, a huge positive for Michigan, as, that might, turn the attention of Will Johnson towards Michigan a lot more if Myles Pollard can, commit here to Michigan, and they could be a great duo here in Ann Arbor in A2. But, we still got to see how it all plays out. USC trying hard to flip Will Johnson, the 5-star quarterback that Michigan really needs to get. He is in the state of Michigan, so that is a huge advantage for Michigan, as he is a recruit inside the state of Michigan. So if we do lose him, it will not look good on Michigan's side, especially when there is a lot of positive advantages going on around here and a lot of positive things to look at for Will Johnson and his, it just looks really good right now that he will go to Michigan as of right now. Now, also on Instagram, Will Johnson said, "Those who stay will be champions." So that is obviously one of Michigan's quotes. So that is very cool to see. So that is another good sign for the Michigan Wolverines, and should be Michigan fans should definitely take that in a good way, as that quote has been going on for years now. So hopefully, Will Johnson does stay committed to Michigan, and we will probably have to wait another year or so. But we should have him in a lock, at least, if we do, especially if Michigan does good next year. Michigan does, better than they did in the 2020 season last year. Obviously, that was a crappy season, but if they do good next season, there should be no doubt we do get them, as well as, building that 2022 recruiting class with top players, and that can only, help Will Johnson's commitment, especially with Myles Pollard as well, the 4-star cornerback coming here, and, pretty much partnering up with Will Johnson in the class of 2022. Now, another thing that I did see is that recruiting experts weren't really expressing much hope for USC, and they said the chances still are, in Michigan's way for him to commit or to stay committed here at Michigan. So that's very huge as well. So right now, Michigan fans, you don't got to really worry too much right now, as a lot of things are going in Michigan's way, which is very huge. And Will Johnson would be a huge factor for Michigan, and we can't understate how much it would be of a great addition to Michigan, and just a huge recruit to get him an in-state player, 5-star, just like Donovan Edwards or JJ McCarthy. Pretty much, he's one of those players that can make an impact right away when he gets on the team. So very excited to see what happens, and just gotta see how it all plays out. But right now, it is in our advantage that we will be getting him, and that is very great news here for Michigan. Alright, so that will pretty much wrap up today's video. Just going to be touching on some more things a little bit here before we do end this. But if you guys are new around here, like I said, I greatly appreciate it if you could go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out. Greatly appreciate it, so go ahead and do that, and I greatly appreciate it. Now, the last thing I am going to be talking about, and I know I have really hit this hard in a lot of my videos recently here, talking about Michigan recruiting, is the satellite camps for Jim Harbaugh and the Michigan coaching staff. Right now, they are hitting these satellite camps hard, and it is really helping out recruiting right now, and it is really a huge factor. These satellite camps obviously are a really huge factor, and I actually did go ahead and make a video of all the recruiting visits in the month of June. Now, obviously, some new additions or some new visits from recruiters have gone on, but pretty much did talk about that a lot. But yeah, these satellite camps, man, definitely keep an eye out, and just keep an eye out on these satellite camps and what Jim Harbaugh is doing and the coaching staff, because they're doing some serious damage in the recruiting side. And I am very excited to see how many recruits we do get in the future coming, especially with these satellite camps. I mean, I just can't express it enough. These are just helping us so much, and I'm really glad to see Jim Harbaugh back doing these, especially just for the sake of Michigan and for the future of Michigan football. So that will pretty much wrap up today's video, guys. Just a little video on Will Johnson. It would be a huge, pickup for Michigan if we can keep Will Johnson committed to Michigan. So hope you guys did find this video useful. If you did, please drop a like. I greatly appreciate it. And again, please subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.